One of the common pitfalls of self-compassion is sometimes people fear that they'll become complacent and lazy. But in reality, self-compassion is all about accepting yourself wherever you are and gently guiding yourself towards growth without neglecting your responsibilities. Hi, I'm Neha and welcome back to my daily diary. I hope you started 2025 on a good note and I hope my last video was helpful. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how important self-compassion and self-care is, and at the same time, how important it is for you to become your best friend. So let's get into details. Mastering self-compassion is a transformative practice, and it helps us to understand how important it is to take care of your mental well-being, our physical health, and at the same time our emotional well-being. It's important to embrace self-compassion and cultivate a nurturing relationship with ourselves. Now let's understand self-compassion in detail. The very first step towards self-compassion is treating yourself, understanding yourself, and caring for yourself like how you do for your loved ones. Again, what is self-kindness? It is simply means being gentle towards yourself without being critical or without having a negative self-talk with yourself. Third thing which we need to understand is common humanity. Sometimes we forget when we are suffering, when we are going through a rough phase, we forget that this is a shared human experience. Suffering or having a bad phase is just part of life. Everybody goes through it. Not even a single person in this entire world has never felt or experienced a suffering or negativity or downfall. It is part of shared human experience. We all go through it. Once we realize that it's not just us but everybody goes through it, it's just part of the process, we kind of feel more connected, and then we understand us, and then at the same time we understand other people as well, and why people are behaving in a certain way and why we are behaving in a certain way. So it's all about understanding the common humanity, that it is a shared experience. I am not alone. When you do not isolate yourself when it comes to these things, when it comes to negativity and suffering, then you understand yourself and other people around you. Now if I talk about power of being your best friend, I'll give a simple example. Imagine for few seconds, just imagine that you have a best friend who supports you all the time and who is there for you whenever you need. Then you feel that you have a power. You don't have a power over them, but you have a power that you have someone who likes you, who loves you, and who cares for you, and who is there for you when you need someone to talk to. So having that best friend gives you power to feel that you have someone, to feel good about yourself. So imagine having the same feeling towards yourself, being your own best friend. Imagine what it will do to you when you know that you are there for yourself, and when you become your best friend, and when you start treating yourself like how you treat your best friend and how they treat you, it completely changes your life. So when you become your best friend, you kind of shift from a self-critical inner dialogue to one that is very supportive, empathetic, and encouraging. It challenges your inner critic. Every time you feel that you are having a negative self-talk with yourself, or you're being harsh, then you ask yourself, what will I do when my best friend is in this situation? How will I talk to her if she is in this situation? So when you become your own best self, you kind of challenge your inner thoughts, negative thoughts, critical thoughts, and you kind of convert them in a positive when you ask yourself that what would I do when I am talking to my friend who is going through something. Let's say your best friend is going through a rough phase. You won't go and tell her negative things, right? You will try to be supportive, you will try to be empathetic, you will try to understand her POV, and then you'll tell her that it's not her fault, let it be, life will be better, it will be better, she'll be better. This is how you tell her, right? That this is how you make her feel right. Similarly, when you are going through something, when you are going through a rough phase, and when you become your best friend, you kind of tell yourself that it's okay, it's just a phase, it'll go, you don't have to worry about it. Another and the most important thing is practicing forgiveness. Like I said, we are human beings, we all make mistakes, we all have made mistakes in our life, we all have hurt someone, we all have been through shit, and dwelling ourselves onto that will never help you. This is something which I have learned in past few years, that I have to forgive myself for the mistakes I have made. Everybody makes mistake. It's not that you are a teenager and you're making mistake, and it's not that you are in your 20s or 30s and you're making mistake. Everybody makes mistake, even if they're in their 60s or 50s. All make mistakes, and it's just a human. We make mistakes because we are human beings. But the most important thing is learning from those mistakes, not repeating, and forgiving yourself and telling yourself that it's okay, you made a mistake. You will forgive yourself. Try to learn from it. Try not to repeat these things again. So acknowledge it and forgive yourself, and then do not dwell yourself on that. We human beings, we hold on to past mistakes and imperfections, but self-compassion means releasing guilt and offering forgiveness to yourself. All these things, whatever I have talked, is related to practicing self-care. Without practicing self-care, none of these things will be helpful. When you do not know yourself, when you do not know what makes you happy and how you can take care of yourself, then how other things will come into place? They won't. So practicing self-care is the most important of all. And what do I mean when I say practicing self-care? It means doing everything which makes you happy without feeling guilty, and honoring your needs. Becoming your best friend and being self-compassionate is all about taking care of your mental well-being, your physical health, and your emotional health. I always mention in my videos, you cannot provide to other people until unless you don't have it by yourself. If you don't have enough in your plate, how will you even provide other people? So self-love, self-compassion, and self-care is all about having enough for yourself, so that you can cultivate the same energy, same compassion to other people. You can build healthy relationship with other people. If you are always critical, if you are always frustrated, you are not happy with yourself, you don't love yourself enough, then you'll always be annoyed and frustrated and insecure when it comes to other people. If let's say I am sitting in my room, I'm not feeling good at all, I'm not being compassionate to myself, I'm just being critical to myself, harsh to myself, and someone comes, let's say my parents or my sibling, someone comes and they tell me something, even a small thing, and then I'll just snap, and then I'll be frustrated with them. So I am ruining my relationship with myself, at the same time I'm ruining with them. So practicing all these things is not just for you, but people around you as well. So make sure that you are taking time to take care of yourself. You are relaxing, you are creating or making a meaningful relationship, social relationship with other people, and you are pursuing your hobbies. You are doing everything which makes you happy, whether it's reading, dancing. Sometimes it's very cliche example, but sometimes when I'm like feeling super low, I just take everything shower. I just spend 30-40 minutes taking shower, feeling good. It's just one of the examples. There are so many things. Sometimes when I feel super low, I just go out for a walk, or sometimes I just call my friend, and then we both go for a walk, we talk to each other. So all these things are few examples of how you can take care of yourself. For some people, going for a basketball game or going out with friends, eating out, whatever it is makes you happy, you have to do it to take care of yourself. Another thing which I have talked so many times in my videos, I have lost count how many times I have mentioned it in my videos: setting boundaries. A good friend will always respect your boundaries. So when I talk about boundaries, not just with other people, with yourself also. Like I have mentioned, you have to honor your needs, but at the same time you have to learn to say no to yourself. You can't, when you know that something is not good for you, no matter how much you want it, you have to say no to yourself, because you don't want to indulge yourself into that. So setting boundaries with other people is a totally different thing, but doing it to yourself is as important as doing any other activity when it comes to self-compassion or self-care. So these are the things which I really wanted to talk about self-compassion. We all are aware, we all know all these things, but sometimes, like I always mention in my videos, we are just going through life has happened, and you forget all these things. sometimes I know that it's not good for me, it's not good for me to sleep until 11, it's not good for me to overthink, but still I do it, right? So but I need someone to remind me. Similarly, whatever videos I make, I try to remind other people that we all are going through a similar experience, we all are going through something, and you are not alone. So do not isolate yourself. Just take this video as a reminder and practice whatever makes you happy and do whatever makes you happy. So these are the benefits of self love and self compassion. It improves your mental health, it enhances your self esteem because you are building a healthier sense of self worth. So make sure that you are cultivating a healthy lifestyle, a positive and a self loving lifestyle. Trust me on this, it makes your life easier. So that's it for today's video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll keep posting such videos. So please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and please take care of yourself.